Firstly, subscribe if you like me. You know those times that we cook soup, we cook stew, we cook anything, then we add our protein. For most of you that know, I know most of you do not know, protein is actually an enzyme. One of the function of enzyme is to always disintegrate or disintegrate. So this is the best way to actually preserve your stew and your protein, your soup and your protein, any of the English pick it. So especially for somebody like me or people like us that we don't really like eating stale food. So in a way of you preserving your stew, like for busy people like us, like you just cook your stew, cook your soup, you just keep it inside your fridge, and when you eat it with it, you become tired. So this is a way of it making it to look fresh. So first of all, when you finish cooking your stew and your protein, you first eat the one wey you wan chop for that day. Anyways, this one is for budget of somebody that live alone. So as I explain, you pick anyone that align to you and your destiny, you understand? So this is me. I'm taking the one I want to first eat first of all. So after I've highlighted that one, then I'll now look at the remaining one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking the protein, I'm putting it in a separate plastic container, and then I'll take the stew as well in a separate plastic container. Remember that I've taken the one I want to eat for the day. This is actually a midnight shoot, a night shoot. So I know that this one go reach me this night. So I'll use Oju to gauge it as a normal African as I am. You see, I'm having 2 plates. One plate is for the proteins, to separate the protein separately. And then the other plate is to separate the stew separately. And then in the pot, I'll leave the one that I will warm tomorrow. Because somebody like me, I no feel warm food past 2 times. 1/2. The spirit did not do me to eat again. So I'll now leave the one in the pot. I know that tomorrow morning, the remaining rice, my comfy, equalize the rice and stew. So in that view, I'm done with that rice and stew. Until the next week when I feel like eating rice and stew. So you see that the way I'm carrying small. So one plate is for protein, and then the other plate is for stew. So why I came about this method is because usually the way we grew up, right, when we want to freeze stew with protein, we used to pour everything inside a container. In it. But then I now realized that when you pour your protein and everything inside one container, then when you want to eat it and then when you want to defrost it, everything will defrost at once, everything can. So in that view, the thing will still be frozen. So even when you take the small one that you want to microwave, after microwaving it, at the end of the day, you see that you took more meat than stew, or you took more stew than meat, or you took more oil. Sometimes you may even take more oil than the stew. So in this way, protein is separate, stew is separate, oil, and can you see how very thick it is? So that way, nobody is cheating anybody. So when I bring it out to defrost, I know that yes, this is my protein, this is my kin. So in that view, when I carry protein and then I take small stew, I know that yes, I'm eating 2 fish, I be 2 meat, and then with enough stew. So not like when I've taken my time to defrost what I want to defrost. I know that most of us, we don't have patience to wait. After thinking I've defrost, I will now put my fish inside my plate, only to realize that I have more protein than stew. I bet I have more stew than protein. I don't like cheating. I like things to be done equally, as God has taught us. So aside that, doing it this way, it makes your food to make it look fresh, because your proteins are freezing differently, and then your soup is freezing differently.